welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm here with the weekly Pick a Card Tarot reading. It's great that you're here. If you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell now. Okay, that's my chickens you can hear in the background, by the way. I've already given them a top-up of rice, but they're saying they want more food. I'll get out there shortly. Okay, so it's really easy. Just pick a number between 1 and 5 and I will do a psychic tarot interpretation for you. Do stick around to the end because I'll just do some channeling. Whatever comes. I don't know what I'm going to say, but we'll find out soon enough. Sometimes it's on the collective level, so for countries and large groups of people. Other times it could be something about an individual who's watching. So just stick around for that. All right, so we're going with card number 1 now. Card number 1. And let's go to the board and see what the cards have to say. Okay. Card number 1, just looking for, okay, we'll go with that one there. Something bright, something pinky, reddy, just it's a flash of light. Okay, so pink's usually about self-healing or self-love, self-respect, paying more attention to yourself, self-nurturance. And you need to do that sometimes. We all do, because that gives us the strength to keep going. Eventually, you know, if we're not feeding ourselves spiritually and emotionally and looking after ourselves generally, then we can't really give to other people properly, family included. So it's really important that you look after yourself. Okay, the card that comes up is the World card. This is a great card. The world is your oyster. This week there are some opportunities to really achieve things in the world by raising your vibration. See how she's adorned in gold here, and the angel is holding up this higher vibration. Okay, so try and be your best self this week so that you can achieve what you want to achieve. She's holding a staff here, which is reminiscent of royalty. There's an eagle over on this side, which also means freedom and liberation. She has one foot on the planet because she's grounded in practical reality. So this is not airy fairy stuff. This is all about being real. And the rest of her body is in spirit, okay? But she keeps that practical, down-to-earth energy as well. Okay, so if you pick card number 1 this week, well done, because this can be a week of high achievement for you. Just keep your vibration high, stay away from, you know, negative people and, you know, that negative dark, you know, sort of energy which sometimes tries to trip you up. When you're going higher, sometimes you get a little test and someone will see, yeah, well, are you really a high vibration? Let's just have a little test here and see. All right, so card number 2, doors opening in front of me, blue coming in. It's quite a bright blue. Actually, it's quite similar to this. Maybe this lighter blue in the middle. And so blue sky thinking, opportunities in your thoughts. So you could be brainstorming this week. It's a great week for having a look at different ways to solve problems, trying to, you know, come up with different strategies and making plans generally. The card that comes up is the King of Pentacles. This is fantastic for your money, okay? So you could be strategizing and planning around your money. It can also mean possessions, but yeah, it's usually just money. You'll see a large bowl of coins down the bottom here. This does mean change. And you'll see here that he's dressed in purple. So this means he's using his intuition. This purple is sort of indigo, the third eye, and the crown chakra. Now here in the background you'll see a lot of grapes. So these are the rewards from all of the work that he's done in the past. It might be a nice week to have a break or spend some money on yourself, within reason. Don't go overboard, obviously. But to take some of the rewards that are due to you for what you've gone through in the past. Okay, so King of Pentacles, wonderful. Number 3, card number 3. Let's have a look if you've picked card number 3. Okay, let's go with that one there. Closing my eyes. What do I see for card number 3? First I thought it was a drill going down into the earth like you've struck oil, which in the old days was a good thing. But now, we're running out of oil, and in some respects... do you remember all that carry on, I don't know, 10 or so years ago about peak oil? You were going to reach peak oil. But this is oil of a spiritual nature, and that makes me think of, apparently in the back of the brain into the top of the spinal cord, there's some golden oil, and this is supposed to be this manufacturer of this rare golden oil is supposed to be a very spiritual thing. I don't know much about it. Maybe you know about it. Leave me a comment if you do, what it's called. I just don't remember at the moment with the chickens going crazy out there. They're probably having nesting wars. There's 6 chickens and there's 6 egg-laying boxes, but they all want to lay their eggs in the one box at the same time. Okay, so we're doing card number 3. Anything else? What else do I see for card number 3? Yes, so the oil, and then that turned into a artist canvas, and it's like painting a picture. So you're painting the picture, you're the author of your life, basically. The card that comes up is the Page of Wands. This brings good news. You could be feeling really motivated. You want to achieve, you want to create, you want to get something done this week. You could be talking about it. There's some sort of expression. Do be aware that Mercury is currently retrograde until the 19th. There's a few days after that called the shadow period. And so just be cautious that your communications about important things that you're doing understood properly. You may need to follow up with in writing with an email or something like that. She means business. She's going to get on with the job. See these green leaves here, lots of opportunities and growth. Now, these pyramids in the background can sometimes mean travel, but during these COVID times, it's not so likely. The other thing they can mean, because of the shape, they can mean that your chakras are opening up, which is also a good thing. And because it let out blocked energy, and in that blocked energy sometimes there's rewards. Okay, so you could have a few rewards coming to you, but the focus is on achievement this week. Okay, well done you, and there's good news about it. Now let's look at card number 4. If you pick card number 4, okay, what do we get? That one. Close my eyes now. I see white clouds. They're not rain clouds. They're just giving the sky a bit of interest. They're blowing away really quickly. If you're the type of person that mulls over things and you keep going on about, your mind keeps going on about problems and things, you may see them as problematic, but they're not. So don't blow any sort of small things up. From a, what's the saying? Into a mountain. Ant's nest into a mountain or something like that. But you know what I mean. So don't focus on the negatives, just concentrate on the positives. You can fix the negatives, but there's no need to sort of overdo it with your thinking. The card that comes up is the Wheel of Fortune. I love this card also. It's about the wheel, the zodiac wheel, forever changing, forever turning, and that's what it does. That's just reality of life. The wheel of life constantly turns, so that's the only thing is guaranteed is change. And even if you're in a long-term situation, there'll be aspects that change, or your feelings will change. Something will change. Okay, so just bear that in mind. But because of this change, it always gives you the opportunity for something more positive. So try to adjust your thoughts and your thinking around the positives, because even if there is a difficult issue that you're dealing with, the zodiac is constantly changing. Yeah, I love it. Means we don't get stuck, you know. If we adjust our thinking accordingly, there's no need to get stuck in a situation. You can just move on when the opportunity comes, because the zodiac at some point will provide you with an opportunity. Let's look now at card number 5, the last card today, and then I'll do a psychic channeling, so stick around for that. I'm going with this card here, seals that swim in the water. Okay, so seals can be the chakras, which are normally sort of closed because they're sealed. Okay, so but then you can unseal them. You can do that consciously, or they, you know, with the changing of the zodiac, for example, they do unseal and stuff comes out. So when I see seals, I know it relates to the chakras. The ocean is the unconscious, the source of all life, and they're swimming in there and they're managing it fine, and so can you. Okay, never a dull moment. Okay, the Lover's card. Now this is the card of joining, union of the opposites. It's not always an easy union though, because you can see here it's a bit push me, pull you, you know, back and forward, back and forward. This can be like a relationship that is on and off, or an established relationship which goes through cycles, which all relationships do. Sometimes you just can't stand them, believe me. And then other times they really surprise you. You'll see the angel watching over all of this and the clouds in the background. The tree of knowledge, or the tree of life here with the apples, and some passion, some flames. Okay, can be, you know, sexual passion, or it can be arguments, whatever. But whichever way you look at it, these two, the energies that they represent are coming together. Now there's a big snake here. It's all about healing. The end result is healing. Whether the relationship continues or it doesn't, that's not so much the issue. The issue is healing the opposites within yourself. So it is a very important card. Okay, card number 5. And if you have a look here, we have 3 major arcana this week. So it's very significant, because there's only 5 cards and yet there are 3 majors. There's the King of Pentacles, and there's also the Page of Wands here. So yeah, it's going to be an important week this week, everybody. Okay, so now I'm going to just close my eyes and see what I can see for you for the week commencing, what's the date? The 8th of February here in Australia. Okay, what do I see? Okay, some light coming through the trees. First I thought I was in a church, but it's not, it's a forest. But the trees are sort of shaped like the top of some, you know, old churches, you know, and I guess it's the Church of Nature, really. And there's some light coming through, dappled light. So this means insight and awareness. You know that saying, you can't see the wood for the trees? It means maybe there's a little bit of confusion, or you just can't see quite what direction you're supposed to, you know, go in, or what you're supposed to do. But this week there's a little bit more insight coming to you. And then I see it's like walking down a path, and it is sort of dark around, but every now and again this dappled light comes down onto the ground and it lights the path. Okay, so insight and awareness coming. The path is meandering, and so it is quite a comfortable walk. It's a little bit up and down, you know, the normal things that we go through in life, but yeah, it's quite a reasonable path, not too hard. I feel like the journey is long, okay? It's a long journey and you want to get to a certain point, but it's taking perhaps longer than you thought. Okay, tell me about it. I know all about that. Okay, anything else? Now I see the waves, the ocean, the subconscious, and the waves are big and crashing. Okay, so there could be some things come up from the subconscious this week. Please, if you're here where I am on the Gold Coast in Australia, please don't go in the water. The beaches are closed. Well, people are drowning here. It's just unbelievable how people will go into rough water. And that's what I'm seeing, sort of this rough, turbulent water. A lot of things getting stirred up underneath. So you might feel this week, you can feel the stirring inside you. And it's good to write it all down and try and get it out that way, rather than maybe, losing it with your kids or your family or your partner or somebody you work with, whatever, whoever. A lot of green here. Look, it's a little bit turbulent this week, but it's sort of exciting, There's a lot of growth, there's a lot of opportunity, there's a lot of creativity. And all you've got to do is steer that powerful energy, steer it into what you want to do this week, because it's a week of high achievement this week, if you want it to be. Okay, so that's it, everyone. I hope you found it a bit helpful. Please let me know in the comments. If you are new, please think about subscribing to my channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. Even if you've already subscribed, you need to hit the bell to get the notifications, okay? All right, so thanks again. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and I shall see you all again soon. Okay, thanks again. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.